Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me today on Senior Fitness with Meredith. So today's workout, we are doing the best advanced floor work abdominal workout. So what you will need for today's advanced workout, because we are doing it on the floor, but please remember you could always do it from if you have a table that's lifted, one of the stretch tables, or if you want to do it from the comfort of your bed. But if you are getting down onto the floor, what you will need is some space to do your workout. You will need a nice mat so you have some cushioning underneath you. Always have your water close by, and also remember, I like to say have a chair or something close by. So if you need assistance getting back up off of the floor, have something that's sturdy for you to use to get up off of the floor. So we do have these mats and our timers and even the chair on our equipment page on our website. So if you need any of it, we have it there. But once you get all of your equipment together, including your water, meet me right back here and we will get started with the best advanced floor work abdominal workout. Welcome back. We are ready to get started with our advanced floor work abdominal workout. So the way we are doing our workout on the floor today, we are doing it for time. We have 10 movements that we're doing. We work for 35 seconds. We get 10 seconds rest in between each movement, and we're gonna go through our 10 movements 2 times. It's gonna be great. Always take a break whenever you need it. Big stretch through the body whenever you need it on the floor. And always get a sip of that water if needed as well. All right, so we're starting with basic crunches on our backs. Before we get started, just a really quick reminder, when we're doing our crunches, keep the elbows open, and I want you to focus in the chest, lifting from there. So many times I hear people say, I feel my neck, I feel pulling from my neck, and that's the only thing that hurts. It's because you're lifting from your head and you're engaging the muscles in the neck, which is not good. We want the core to work. So right in the center of the chest, we lead from there like we're going straight up towards the sky, releasing down. So we're not going forward and crunching our head in. That's a no-no. Everything stays in alignment from head, neck, all the way down the spine. All right, there's our quick reminder. First movement we're doing will start in 10 seconds. Regular crunches. In 10. Feet are flat, knees are bent, lower back is pressed down into the ground, elbows stay nice and wide, leading from the chest up towards the sky. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Don't crunch that neck forward. Again, taking breaks whenever you need them, stretching the body from fingers to toes. Good job. Next movement we are doing are cross crunches. So feet are going to stay planted. We're going to come up to one side, then the other. All right? So we're still staying wide through those elbows, leading from one side to the other. So still getting the entire abdominal wall, but really getting into the obliques more with that twisting movement. Breathe with it. Don't hold the breath. Breathe into your abdominals. Help them work. Good job. Leg lifts are next. I like to put my hands underneath my gluteals. It just helps support the lower back so it doesn't arch off the ground. Legs are long. We lift the legs straight up. We release them down. Keeping the head and shoulders supported on the ground right now. They're not coming up off of the ground. We're not engaging. Just those lower abdominals working. Good job. Releasing the hands from underneath the gluteals, bringing the knees down to 90 degrees. Hands go back behind the head, 90-degree crunch. So we just crunch up. Really focus on pressing your lower back down into the ground because it wants to arch up off of the ground. Keeping those legs at 90 degrees. Crunch up, release. Lower back press down into the ground. Elbows nice and wide, cradling the head, leading from the chest. Should not be feeling the neck. Good job, little stretch out, but our next thing are bicycles. So we're going side to side. So starting at 90 degrees, lifting the head and shoulders up, bicycle it out. Again, back to those obliques working. Go at your pace. Exhale, inhale. Good job. A big stretch out again. Suitcase crunches are next. So we're back to 90 degrees. Head and shoulders are down to start, but we're going to bring everything together. Close the suitcase, open back up. Close the suitcase, open back up. Exhale, inhale. Breathe with it. Good job. Big stretch out. Next one are dead bugs. These are one of my favorites. So bringing arms up, legs are at 90 degrees. When my left arm goes back, my right leg goes down, back to center, other side. Pressing your lower back down into the ground. So try not to let it arch up off of the ground. Feeling those abdominals working, breathe with it. These are advanced. Go at your pace. Please remember, do what feels best. Good job. Feet are down. Heel taps are next. So I want you to lift those shoulder blades up off the ground. Have those hands towards your heels. So we're reaching heel to heel. Now, if all you're feeling is your neck, then I want hands behind the head and feel as if you're trying to get your elbow down towards your hip. Side to side. Should not feel any pressure coming from the neck. Feel that length in those obliques. That's where we're getting our movement from. We're just keeping that head lifted. Good job. Another big stretch out. 2 more in our set. What we're doing next, legs are up nice and high. We're going to do 1 toe reach, 1 hip lift. So reach for your toes, lift up your hips. Reach for your toes, lift up your hips. Entire abdominal wall is working right now. Upper middle, mid and lower. Slow and controlled. Good job. 1 more in our set. Roll it over onto your forearms, and then we're going to come up onto our toes and hold. I want your shoulders directly over your elbows, so you're not too far back, you're not too far forward. I want you to hold that alignment. Bum's not up in the air, it's not too far down, neutral. Keep your gaze down so you're not looking up and impinging the neck. Look down at those thumbs. Breathe, don't hold the breath. Good job, roll it over. One round of stretch, and then we go back into it for one more set, just one more set. We can do it. Big stretch out through the body. I want you to feel the length in your abdominals and side body. A little reach over right and left. Big, big stretch. Now that we've done the movements once, we have them. So we are going to go through them great this time. We know what the movements are. We know where we're working. All right. So after the next beep, we'll have 10 more seconds. Really focus. Starting with our regular crunches. Feet are flat, knees are bent. We can do this. Hands cradling the head, lead from the chest. First round was just our warm-up. Now we're really working. Exhale, inhale. I can feel it working from the first set, but exhale, inhale. Don't hold the breath and really focus on what we're working. Lead from the chest, not the head. Should not feel any pressure in the neck. Next are those cross crunches. So we're keeping our feet planted and we're just bringing side to side. So I like to say our shoulder is reaching towards opposite leg. So used to always say we wanted to reach like our elbow over, but that would make us lose our posture. We'd curve into the spine and neck. I want to keep that in alignment as we reach our shoulder towards the opposite leg. Exhale, exhale. Good job. Big stretch out. Next are our leg lifts. So hands underneath the gluteals, legs are nice and long. You can always have a bend in them if that feels better or you're feeling any pressure in your lower back, so you can always bend down and come up, or keeping the length. Longer lever, a little bit harder. Head and shoulders are relaxed. Good job. Big stretch out before we go into our 90-degree crunch. So we bring those legs up to 90 degrees. We bring those hands behind the head. We focus on keeping our lower back pressed down into our mats. And we lead from our chest to come up. Keep the elbows nice and wide. As soon as I start pulling them in, I notice I start rounding, and then I want to pull from my neck. So really force yourself to try and stay nice and open. Good job. Next are our bicycles. So we're going to extend one leg out as we cross over to the other side. Out, center, out. Really get that rotation. That's where we're going to get those obliques going. Feel those lower abdominals working as well. Good job. Little stretch in before we do those suitcase crunches. So toes can be down, opening up. We're going to bring everything together. So closing it up, open it up. Great one to really get upper and lower working together. Good job, everyone. We're getting there. Keep up with me. You can do it. Good job. Our dead bugs are next. So legs are back to 90 degrees. Arms are up nice and tall. We'll lift the chest up just a little bit. So we're going to alternate. So remember, when right arm goes out, left leg goes out, and then the opposite. Feel in control of your movements. Good job. Feet are back to flat. Again, our heel taps. So either reaching hand towards the heel or hands behind the head, reaching elbow towards the hip. Whichever feels best. Again, you shouldn't be feeling any pressure in the neck. You've got this. We have 2 more movements. Legs go up, arms are up. Remember, we reach for our toes, then we lift our hips up. So single movements. So toe reach, hip lift. Good job, good job. Slow and controlled movements. We're not rocking those hips up, we're using the lower abdominals to lift them up. And we roll it over. One more thing, our forearm plank. Bringing those arms down, lifting those hips up, keeping the shoulders straight over elbows. Remember, try and stay in alignment as much as possible. We're not dipping down, we're not going too far up. Breathe with it, don't hold the breath. Almost there. Good job. Releasing down, just a couple quick stretches. Hands go right below the shoulders. And press up. That little cobra. Feeling that stretch through the abdominals. And release. Let's roll it back onto our backs. One more nice big stretch. I'll turn that off so we don't get in our heads that we have to keep going. Big stretch. Feel as if someone's pulling you out from your fingers and pulling you out in the opposite direction from your toes. Feel the entire abdominal wall stretching out. Now bring the knees into the chest just to release that lower back out. A little rock side to side. Just going to bring our head up towards our knees. I want you to squeeze everything in. And then one more big stretch out. And then we'll sit ourselves up. And we will give ourselves a hand for completing that really difficult advanced floor work abdominal workout. Make sure you get some water and you carefully get up off of the floor if you did go onto the floor, and go to www.seniorfitnesswithmeredith.com where we have all of this wonderful equipment if you still need some of it. So until our next workout, I had so much fun with you today and I look forward to our next workout together.